I'm going to ask you to tell us a little bit about your history in Scientology, starting with how old you were when you got in.
I first started in Scientology in May 1978, my first course. I remember writing on my check sheet, May 1978, I was 14 years old.
Okay. And then you became a member of the staff and then Sea Org?
Yes, I first started on staff at the Bellevue Mission up next to Seattle, Washington. And so I was staffed there for a little bit. And then shortly after my 16th birthday, I joined the Sea Organization, 31 October 1979.
Okay. Could you tell us about your primary jobs in the church over the years, the sort of one or two that occupied most of your career in Scientology?
I was in the Watchdog Committee, and I started in the Watchdog Committee in October of 1991. And even though there were a few different times when I got removed, but I ended up back in the Watchdog Committee. That's where I spent the majority of my time, and I was there until Thanksgiving Day 2002.
Okay. And what did you do? What did that entail, that work?
I started as the Watchdog Committee member for Celebrity Centers, and I was on that for 4 years as a dedicated job, and then I added different other sectors that I was responsible for. But that was my first appointment in the Watchdog Committee, and that's what I was on for the most amount of time.
And for the layperson, can you describe what the Watchdog Committee is and what its role?
Okay, it's the top of the Church of Scientology International. It's responsible for the Watchdog Committee is broken down into various sectors of Scientology. Like there's the Association for Better Living and Education, and that's a whole sector of Scientology that covers Applied Scholastics, Narconon Criminon, and the Way to Happiness Foundation. That's one thing. I held that position for at one point for a year. There's Scientology Missions, which are the little groups that are all over the world. And that's called Scientology Missions International, and there's a Watchdog Committee member responsible for that whole sector of Scientology. And so this is broken down into probably 12, 15, depends on however the organization is set up, but there was generally about 12 sectors of Scientology. And Celebrity Centers is one. And then there's several others that sectors that I had held over the years. But you're basically the top of management, and you're responsible for seeing that the management of that sector is done.